Welcome to the Food Scientist Podcast. I am your host, Amy Zajac. I am here with a concerned Bryan Pierce.
Hello, everyone.
And maybe not so clean Daddy Sussman?
I am clean as a whistle.
Okay.
Okay, we don't want you to have that not so fresh feeling.
I do not.
Okay, good.
Okay. So, may as well just get on with it. So we have a few food experiences this week.
Ooh.
I don't know, Bryan.
Yeah, well, okay, I had to console a coworker this week. He came to me because he knew I would understand that there was a problem.
Oh, you're a food therapist and
Yes.
a food scientist.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like the Dear Abby of food-related issues in my building at work.
I can see that.
Yeah, so he came to me because he witnessed something that is just, I'm sorry, it's atrocious. When someone just bites into string cheese.
What? Why would you do
know.
that?
Like, I will never be able to relate to people who do that. You peel it, and you eat it, and you enjoy it, and you savor it.
You at least peel it once or twice.
Right? You don't just bite into it. No. So, yeah, that I just need to get that off my chest here this week.
You know, proper string cheese, this is where my fanciness comes in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm even bothered by the sticks of string cheese because I'm used to like the long, braided,
Okay.
like hand-pulled stuff. I grew up on that with some like Armenian peppercorns in it, like a Turkish string cheese. It's so good.
Yeah, I think this is just the stuff you buy in a bag. And
Yeah, but still, it's string cheese.
It's string cheese.
Even if you're really hungry, what the...
Enjoy it. Enjoy your string cheese, everyone, please.
Get the cheese chunks that aren't cheese string cheese.
My other beef with that is there's some really low-quality string cheese out.
Oh,
Of course
yeah.
there is.
You know what, though? You know what I use that really low-quality string cheese for? That's how I distract the dog when I want to brush his hair.
You just dangle it in front of him?
Yeah, and it's just like you peel back just enough of the plastic, and for lack of a better description, it's like a little nipple of cheese, because he just puts his little head up and he's just like, and it distracts him and keeps his head.
It's like a pacifier.
It is.
It's like a Nookums, yeah.
Yeah, it is. But even then, he just like bites the outside and pulls off the strings of cheese. He doesn't bite off a chunk because he's not a monster. He's just a dog.
So your dog knows how to eat string cheese.
Well,
Yeah.
who doesn't?
Yeah,
Well,
Brian's
yeah, our
friend, colleague,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Mm.
So, well, I have a better food experience this week.
Good.
As mentioned in the past couple podcasts, maybe, at least one of them, I have a Which Wich in my building.
Which Wich problem?
Well, when there's a Which Wich in your building, you tend to go
It can't
many
be bad
times.
when it feels that good, Danny.
But I noticed, and I know it's not a super new menu item, but newer?
New to you?
New to me, but maybe in the past year. I'm not going to guess, though. They have a Cheeseburger Wich under their specialty or favorites.
Sounds interesting.
And I always wondered if they could do something like that.
Like a patty melt.
Yeah. So...
wait a second, Brian. A patty melt is in a different category.
Well,
burger.
when I would think of a sandwich that's a burger at Which Wich, I would think like a patty melt. That's where my mind would go.
To me, yeah, that's an interesting question. Is a patty melt a burger or a sandwich?
Ooh.
Yeah, anyways.
We'll get back to that in a moment. But first, I'm going to read through how they described the sandwich, then what my initial thoughts were, and then the actual experience. And it's not going to take as long as it sounds like
I was
it's going
going
to
to say,
take.
I'm like, Amy, we might need a new host.
So,
At least make this sound
a
sexy.
spin-off podcast
Yeah,
for Amy's
at least make
cheeseburger sandwich.
Her menu readings.
Yes.
Make this sound sexy.
no. So it's tender sirloin with smoked thick-cut bacon, American cheese, fresh tomatoes, caramelized onions, pickles, toasted sesame seeds, special sauce, and a sunny-side-up egg on a toasted baguette. So my first thought was, that's a lot of stuff.
It is.
None of which are hamburger.
And then, but I debated about, well, should I ask them to remove some of the things or I'm going to have it as is. So I had it as is, but
Science.
The things I would have removed on my own would have been the egg and the onions.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So I've never, I'm too snobby for most chains. I've never been to Which Wich. Do they cook stuff to order?
Yeah.
They do.
Okay. So it's not like they have eggs just sitting there.
No,
Correct.
they make everything.
You can watch them make it.
Okay, so they're frying the eggs.
You place your order and they make
Okay,
it.
I just was trying to level set for myself.
And then I was curious, because even though it says tender sirloin, if it was going to be an oblong-shaped patty or not, and it's not. It's just the shaved beef like they do for their cheesesteak sandwich, which, despite calling it a Philadelphia cheesesteak, having those does not compare, but it's still a good sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
So I had everything on it, And I wondered if their special sauce was ketchup, but no, it's Thousand Island.
Yeah,
Ooh.
as is everyone's special sauce.
Now, I will say this in their favor. There was not much of the special sauce. There was just a little bit. And it actually all went together really well. Now,
Did it taste like a burger?
That's a good question.
That's a no.
Well, I was going to say no, but I don't know if it's a no because of the meat or because of the 1,000 things on it.
I would say because of the meat. It's not a hamburger.
But when you got the mix of, like, the special sauce, the cheese, the lettuce, tomato, bacon all together, it kind of tasted burgerish.
So do cheeseburger potato chips, but those are...
Oh, they don't taste like a cheeseburger at all, Danny. Not like a real one.
You haven't had the Larry the Cable Guy ones yet. We'll have to fix that.
Yeah, but still. No, I will say it was a good sandwich. And they, instead of wrapping it up in foil and putting it in the bag like they normally do, they gave it in a plastic container, open-faced. And then, of course, my brain clicked and said, oh, it's because it's got the egg on it.
Mm-hmm.
If they were to wrap it up.
What if you got it to go?
Well, it is to go.
Yeah, everything
in
they
plastic.
give you.
Oh. But I'm confused. I guess at some point I'll have to go.
It's got a lid on the container.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's a see-through container, so you can see everything. So my overall vote, it was very good. I was surprised how much I liked it. It's a little bit messy to eat. They give you a knife and fork with it.
But it's not a burger.
But I'm not usually a big fan of eggs on sandwiches, let alone burgers.
No, I definitely would not be.
Wait a second. Wait, hold on.
I like an egg sandwich, though.
I was going to say, an egg sandwich is like magic. But that's not an egg on a sandwich. No. That's an egg sandwich. Adding an egg.
Right.
And as a foodie, I know breaking the yolk and having it meld in with everything is a thing, and it can taste good, and it did. But if I were to get this again, I might customize a bit still. Pull off the onions and egg.
I think eggs are one of those things that...
The egg was surprisingly good, though.
I have, like, my ongoing, like, love-hate relationship with chef-driven street food. The egg on the burger is one of those things where, like, theoretically it's good, but, like, from a foodie perspective, but it makes your burger basically inedible. Also in that category, and this is... I'm going to duck away from Bryan. I say this. Peanut butter is the same way.
On a burger?
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. I will agree with that.
It has no business on a burger.
I love my peanut butter, but it does nothing for a burger. I've had that a couple of times.
It does do something, though. It makes it into a sloppy, inedible mess. At least when I've had it, because they tend to put too much on, and it melts all over.
Yeah, peanut butter does melt.
I have had the appropriate amount before, and it didn't add anything. It was like two separate things that were together, and they didn't need to be.
I've been on this kick lately with a burger. This is also one where, like, the topping gets overdone. I'm curious on your take. What is your take on the bacon barbecue burger? Like the burger with barbecue sauce, bacon, cheddar cheese.
I actually do enjoy that.
Yeah, I enjoy that too. My only thing that happens is they sometimes put too much barbecue sauce on.
Right.
And, like, I feel like I had one at work this week. They had their Western barbecue, which is just their burger with barbecue sauce, bacon, cheddar cheese, and a single onion ring. Which I was thinking, that's, to me, if you're going to stack stuff up, that's a nice mix. But it got so much barbecue sauce. I'm like, I don't know if the cook was trying to do me a favor by putting a whole ladle of barbecue sauce on.
I'm big on barbecue sauce on burgers. I don't hate it. Put it in front of me.
I'm not big on barbecue sauce in general, but on a burger, I will take barbecue sauce over ketchup.
I like ketchup, but I like, on my burger, just basics, lettuce, tomato, but I like pickle or relish as well on my burger for the crunch.
I go back to if the meat is good, it doesn't need anything to enhance it.
It doesn't need anything to enhance it, but the mix of flavors can be tasty.
Yeah, it can be all right.
And mustard has no place in that mix of flavors on a burger.
I will put ketchup on a burger or mayo, but not mustard.
Wait, are you an overall mustard hater?
Mostly. There are some I like.
Oh, you know I am.
And
there are some I like.
We finally found something.
This is the one thing we all agree on.
We all agree on. It's like,
wow, we finally got there after 6 months.
If I have mustard on something, I have to then add like ketchup or relish, assuming it's a hot dog or hamburger, to mask the taste of the mustard.
Never mix ketchup and mustard. I feel like, I don't know when that started.
Temper the mustard.
Yeah, well, if it needs tempering, get rid of it. I feel like I was like in the upper parts of elementary school when someone discovered that you could put ketchup on a hot dog, and then like 2 weeks later someone figured out putting ketchup and mustard on it, and then I think the world fell apart.
Yeah, because even though I like chili dogs, Coney's, both Michigan style and New York, I don't put mustard on it.
Well,
And people
hey,
think I'm weird for that.
Danny, speaking of elementary school, you got a package in the mail this week.
Brian sent you something.
Yeah.
Brian was like, hey.
Well, it didn't say it came from me, but we'll reveal it did come from me.
He gave me a heads up. And he says elementary
Heads
school.
up,
He, I haven't been pranked in a long time.
Well, you see, you taught me a phrase a few years ago that I was not familiar with, and we have to be a little delicate how we phrase this.
I told you to eat a dick.
Or a bag of them.
A bag of them.
That's true.
Yes.
I think I said eat a bag of dicks.
So, that's not
there's a
It's a
website
common
that
phrase.
we were going.
It is a common phrase.
And I mean, and by that we mean Richard Nixon.
Yes, or Charles Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
A bag.
Or anybody named Richard.
So I was on Groupon recently, and I found a deal on Dickensian gummies. That
you just call them
Dickensian gummies. Yes,
You can get a bag of them.
yes,
For
you
your
can eat
real
a bag of Dickensian
Dickens
gummies. Yes,
fans.
the Dickens gummies.
You can. Well, really, it's not so much that you can eat them. It's that you can mail somebody
Yes,
a bag of them, and in it is a note
eat
that
a bag
says,
of Dickens.
"Eat a bag of."
Dickens.
But you can get your own 20% off as well if you want to
Yes.
return the favor.
And because can I read the URL?
Yes, you can spell it out.
Dick. I can't even spell it. DICKSBYMAIL. Because I suppose you want to be clear that it's .com. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be clear that the by mail part is MAIL, not MALE.
Yes.
So I got a bag of gummy penises in the mail from Bryan.
And did you find them to be hard or soft?
They were fruitier than I expected.
Yeah, they tasted better than they smelled.
Yeah, I brought them to Sharon. So
The smell I thought was quite refreshing.
we had
very fruity.
We had a tasting.
We did
before recording today.
Reminded me a lot of gummy worms. Not surprising.
Yeah, no. The shape
they're gummy snakes.
is vaguely reminiscent.
Yeah, so that was the experience here this week. I saw those and I was just feeling kind of cocky and wanted to play a joke on you. So
I believe I have video of my opening the package that may get posted to our social media.
It'll probably get posted. Like 99.9% sure it'll get posted.
I know. You were so concerned about what was coming because you knew something was coming. You didn't know what. Though.
I did not know what. I knew it was from you.
Mm-hmm.
And
because I wanted to keep it a secret, but I also wanted you to maybe record your reaction.
Yeah.
So I gave you the heads up.
And then, wow, you are full of the puns.
That was not even meant to be a pun.
things are getting really hairy around here.
At least we don't have blue flavored.
No, we don't have the kind.
No, there's no
snack balls today.
And interestingly, in the bag, none of them are blue.
They aren't. Well, that's a good thing.
They're orange and red and
well,
green.
they would have to be two colors then for. No, I don't know.
What?
Anyway.
Only part of them would. Anyway.
Well.
So Groupon, for $5, I don't know if the sales
plus $7 shipping.
Yeah, plus $7 shipping. But $5, discount from $15. You can anonymously send these to anyone.
And Bryan thinks of me.
I did. Well, you taught me that phrase.
I did. And actually, I was just looking through old pictures on my phone, and I found the illustration. I think
it was a Twitter meme or something that you told me about.
There was a website you could go to that had a poorly done drawing of the bag, but you could add someone's name.
I want to say it's like, a child's drawing, but I don't want to say that's a child's drawing.
But it's what a child would draw if a child were to draw.
Yeah.
But I found that image, so it must have just been on my mind.
Yeah.
So I also this week, I ended up in Dollar General like 4 times.
I love
Danny loves this place
you
now.
You don't want to go to Walmart, but you go to Dollar General.
I don't like going there either. Although, man, the stuff you hear in there—that's
I believe it.
My favorite. I heard a couple of crazy stories. But my favorite was the woman who said, if he did that to me, I would shoot him. But before I do, I'd throw a Bible at him.
Oh, was there any more context?
I don't know what it was. And she said, and you know what? And if I did it, I'd be justified.
Oh my goodness.
But I don't know what you would have to do to this woman. She would throw a Bible at you then shoot you.
Sounds like somebody was cheating.
And
That
feel
could
justified.
be.
That would be my bet.
That could be. Now,
So I went there
mhm.
because
For the witty repartee.
that too, because they're my people, and they have an exclusive Pringle. Right, last week we did the Walgreens exclusive Sloppy Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
And
One of my friends is looking for them now.
did you tell them Walgreens only?
Well, he knows.
Yeah, they listened. And
He did.
so Dollar General has a Dollar General exclusive Nashville Hot Chicken Pringle. And I was told that the truck was coming in on Wednesday and that they would be unpacking it on Thursday and it would be on the shelf Thursday, maybe Friday. It was not there, even though I was there most of those days. However, I did find another Dollar General exclusive.
Yes, you did.
There's the Dollar General exclusive limited edition Summer Splash Skittles.
Just one thing, though.
Yeah.
I want to take a bet on what the Nashville hot chicken tastes like, based on the
Nashville
other things we've had.
Nashville Hot Chicken. Have you ever had it?
No, I know chicken is good, but the Pringles, I bet, is going to taste like chicken bouillon plus cayenne on a
I'm worried.
Pringle.
I'm so worried.
I think-
I'm not disappointed that you couldn't find them this
Well,
week.
Just based on how everything else tastes like the seasoning on a Pringle, I'm thinking it's going to be
It's gonna be-
cayenne.
it's gonna be-
chicken
chicken taco
bouillon.
ones were okay.
That's true.
It's gonna. I think it's gonna just take like a ton of cayenne pepper
Mhm.
Oh.
with some chicken
Bouillon,
undertones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let's go back to
Yeah,
the
that's
better
the
stuff.
I mean,
Prejudice.
for some reason, Dollar General is getting in the game here with exclusive items. I don't know where they're coming from, but I mean, at least this one is decent.
Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting about
Summer flavors of Skittles.
the summer flavors of Skittles? Amy, since you like reading things, do you want to read the flavors?
Sure.
Or do you want me to read
No,
them?
it's fine. The flavors were raspberry, watermelon, kiwi banana, orange, and strawberry. And we have a grape with orange, but other than that.
Yeah, right, because orange isn't
It's
the
not
summer
a-
flavor. That's a winter flavor.
I mean, I think they're trying to argue that any fruit it's refreshing and cooling, and you should have it when it's hot out.
You know what I thought was interesting about these? Is it made me challenge my assumptions
Uh-oh.
Ooh, how so?
and my biases. It made me more aware.
Ooh, okay. I need
Did
to
you
hear more
like
about
something?
this.
I was eating the yellow one,
Yeah.
and even though I knew that a kiwi banana was coming, my tongue still wanted lemon.
Oh,
Like, not that it wanted it, but you're, like, expecting sour. And the same thing happened with the green, where I was like, oh, this should be lime, even though I knew it would be watermelon. And it kind of took me aback.
I liked the kiwi banana.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, no. Do you both like this? Might be a controversial question. Do you like the banana Laffy Taffy?
I eat it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't go out of my way to get it.
Because there are people who hate
Oh, I
banana
know.
Laffy Taffy.
When it's Halloween, I like to buy the mix that includes Laffy Taffy, because that's the one candy that if it's sitting in my house, I won't eat all of it because I think it's gross. So I give the kids things that I won't eat, because, like, if I had, like, just a giant bag of Charleston Chews to give away, I would be eating all of them.
That is true. One for you, one for me.
Right. And so, especially, like, my neighborhood is hit or miss, like, whether they'll come down my street.
Yeah.
So if I'm giving away candy, I give away something that I find undesirable. And Laffy Taffy is that. But if I do find myself eating, the occasional Laffy Taffy, banana's fine.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
no worse than the other Laffy Taffies.
Well, I feel like if people don't like the banana Laffy Taffy, they will not like the banana ones of these banana kiwi Skittles. For me, this was kind of what made this worthwhile. Because the other ones, okay, they're different flavors.
They're fine.
But they're very reminiscent of the other Skittles flavors overall, especially if you're eating multiple at once. The banana was very unique to me.
Have I talked about the Skittles prank
Yes,
Mhm,
with
yes.
M&Ms.
on the podcast
Yes.
before? Yeah. But this, I feel like I was being pranked when I got the yellow and the green, because I wasn't expecting it.
So yeah,
For
I
those
prepared
that-
myself emotionally, mentally, spiritually for these different flavors.
For those that don't want to go back to the archives that I'm talking about, is I was once at an event where they had snacks out, and they had Skittles, and the bowl was almost empty, and the person who was in charge of refilling the bowls didn't realize that bowl was Skittles, and filled it instead with M&Ms. So you had a bowl that was like 80% M&M, 20% Skittle. And until you put them side by side, you don't really realize that Skittles and M&Ms use the same color dyes, and they are nearly identical in size and shape. So if you want to, as a trick-or-treat or just a general prank, put out a bowl of M&Ms.
No, don't do that.
That has that have some Skittles in it, and it will mess people up so bad.
Include the Reese's Pieces, too.
Mm-hmm.
No, Reese's Pieces, look different.
Yeah,
their colors.
No one is inspecting that. When you grab a handful, it's like,
too.
Let me just get my magnifying glass.
When you put
Skittles are purple and orange.
But the red Skittles and the red M&Ms look the same. The yellow.
I mean, anyone who's scrutinizing them will be able to tell the difference.
But you can grab.
Most people are just grabbing handfuls.
If you grab a hand, I think if there was Reese's Pieces in there, you would notice something's amiss. Because even the purple is close enough to the dark brown that you don't see it, and there's so few of them. You grab a handful, and almost all of them just collapse when you chew them and are chocolatey, and then you get one that has a totally different texture, totally different flavor, and it just blows up in your mouth. Try it. It's the meanest thing you can do to people.
No, I do have to say, Amy, you mentioned the orange. Mm-hmm. Usually there's an overabundance of orange
candies. There are usually way too many orange.
And this one is I don't know if we just got the luck of the draw where that didn't happen, but there were very few orange. I was okay with that. I'm not a big fan of orange-flavored candies.
Me neither.
Yeah, orange, it's hard to make it good. I mean, none of
popsicles. There's always way more orange popsicles in the box than the others.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to make good artificial fruit flavor, as these show. I mean, none of these tasted like what they were supposed to.
Yeah, watermelon wasn't that good, even compared to other watermelon candy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, any fruit-flavored candy, I've said this before, it doesn't taste like the actual fruit, but we know what the flavor is supposed to taste like when it's a candy. Because the banana, I'm not going to think, hey, this tastes like eating a banana, but I know what banana candy tastes like.
So looking for chips made you find Skittles.
Well, I knew that these were out.
Yeah.
And I had never seen them before, so they finally were actually out. Because when I've gone to Dollar General for some of their other exclusives, I have looked for these Skittles. And so for some reason, they just hit my Dollar General.
But
now we're going to be on the lookout. We got Bolos out for Lay's Taste of America flavors.
Yes.
Oh. This, I believe, is now their 6th year of a summer flavor contest.
And
and they've gone.
I'm out of sorts with this one.
They've gone all out because some years it was 3 or 4 flavors.
They have 9 flavors of Lay's.
We're going to read them all, but Bryan, I am really looking forward to you trying fried pickles with ranch flavor.
Okay, can we do it this way?
Yeah.
We're going to just name the flavor, and then you and I, Amy, are going to pause, so we just get Bryan's reaction.
Okay.
Ready? You don't even read the list. Just close your eyes, Bryan.
Okay.
We're gonna do word. Should we do word association? Let's do word association.
Okay. All right.
Thai sweet chili.
Why do they hate my taste buds?
Cajun spice.
Again, just punch me in the throat right now.
Fried pickles with ranch. Did we get that one?
Oh, I want my mouth to taste like vomit because it's going to make me throw up.
Chili con queso.
That one has a chance. We'll see how spicy it is, but that one does have a chance.
And that one also would have meat, so look at you.
Possibly.
Well, when you're comparing it to things that are going to make me upchuck.
What about crab spice?
I
think that's just Old Bay.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, comparatively, that's not at the bottom of the list, but no excitement there on that.
Deep dish pizza.
Okay, that one has piqued my curiosity. That one I want to try.
Have you had the pizza Pringle?
I have. Mm-hmm. We maybe have even had that here. Maybe not. Maybe not. But I have had that. What is going to make a deep dish? I don't know. Are they just going to put more oil in these? I don't know. But I'm curious to see how they're going to make it.
They're going to put some yeast so it tastes doughy.
They're going to make them thick.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder now if we should have put the sloppy Joe on the pizza chip. Anyway. Lobster roll.
Do you think you're fancy? You're a potato chip, Lay's. Come on.
And then pimento cheese.
Oh,
one of the ubiquitous dips.
Southern dips, yeah.
Out of all the things that you could choose, especially with cheese flavors, why pimento cheese?
I think we're going to need to take the fried pickles with ranch. And, well, these aren't Pringles, but I was going to say combine them with some other things to see how they go.
How about no? I don't really like the idea of the fried pickles, and I don't understand why they're adding ranch, but I don't... Okay, so how do you feel about ranch? right?
Mm-mm.
Like in California, they dip their pizza in ranch.
I know.
It's actually better than you would think.
There are people who put ranch on everything.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
more of a Midwest thing, but there are people who
I like
love the
ranch
ranch.
as a dressing, which means it's not thick and gloppy. I like a real dressing, but on my salad.
But then
I don't like chips flavored with ranch.
but that's where ranch is dangerously close to being a condiment. Certainly a dipping sauce.
Well, if you make it super thick, then it's a dip.
So what we're saying is that we're going to have to find all of these flavors.
But I like fried pickles. I tend to
taste
not
them.
like fried pickle chips, though. Potato chips. I like fried
Maybe
pickle
maybe they won't
chips.
be sold in the Midwest.
When I look at that list, which ones am I excited about? I'm curious about the lobster roll.
I'm curious about that one too, but it's like, who do you think you are, Lays?
I've seen shrimp cocktail chips in Europe. Not like the shrimp chips that we had, like actually shrimp cocktail. Oh, they call it prawn cocktail.
You know what? The shrimp snacks that we had a few weeks ago.
Those were good.
Yeah, they were not bad.
But that's not what this will be.
I like cheese. The chili con queso and the pimento cheese are
Who likes
possibilities for me.
pimento though? Like, who is being
Why don't
like,
just eat a
exactly
spoonful of pimento
exactly?
but
No
mixed
one,
in with things they're fine.
It's just Lay's has lost their mother loving mind. That's
I mean, I will say, past years had things like the biscuits and gravy.
right. Let's go
which
back
was-
to that, Lay's. That was good.
That was a classic. They had
Yes.
the BLT one. That was a good one.
Well, those are back again.
They are.
Mm-hmm. I have not tried them, but I did recently see those.
They had the everything bagel with cream cheese. That was surprisingly not bad.
You know, I never did try that one. I didn't think I would like it. So it was before the podcast. I wasn't forced
You weren't forced to
to.
deal with
Suffer.
my meat chip stuff, but I have been.
Was there meat in the everything bagel?
Crispy taco was yet last year's winner.
Yeah, there's been a lot. There was because then last year they also had that Brazilian beef because it was tied into the Olympics or something.
I mean, my experience with Lay's is that they have done a good job capturing the flavors. So I'm sure whatever they're trying to do, they will succeed. Whether that still means it's awful is yet to be seen. But I think that they will succeed with what they're trying to do.
I'm surprised Crispy Taco won, looking at last year's list. Well, they had Nashville Hot Chicken there.
I don't think they actually made all of those last year. They had finalists and then they produced.
Oh, those were the
Right.
semifinalists.
Right, and then they only produced the finalists.
Amy, can you list all the semifinalists?
Bacon-wrapped jalapeno popper, toasted ravioli,
Ooh.
wavy avocado toast, kettle-cooked everything bagel with cream cheese, Nashville Hot Chicken, wavy fried green tomato, kettle-cooked smoked Gouda and honey,
Ooh.
wavy spinach artichoke dip, crispy taco, and sloppy joe.
I think I know where Pringles is getting.
That's what I was just going to say as well. Pringles is just taking all the
And
losers.
they made
and
3
going
of them.
to Dollar General.
And then being like, hey,
and Walgreens.
hey, you want? I got something special just for you.
Yes. Do we know when these are going to be out? I know it was just announced this past week.
Soon.
Was that
I mean, it depends. When will they be in Dollar General?
No, I think
Yeah, it
they'll
says
be,
coming soon.
I think they'll be distributed more nationally than that. More than I don't think they'll be an exclusive.
Yeah, no, you'll see them around.
Mhm. But something came back recently, a few weeks ago, that
It's
we're all
back.
so excited about. Planters cheese balls and Planters cheese curls.
I'm having a hard time not just mowing on them while we're
I
recording
know.
right now.
What? I forgot how magical the cheese is on these things. It's so good.
It is. Right, we've been having to eat like the cut rate plastic jug cheese balls, which are good, but these,
These are better.
Well, they're
I
better.
forgot how much better they were.
I
They're a little
know.
bit smaller, not much, just a little bit smaller, but they're so much tastier.
They're greasier.
Yes,
Like,
I think that's it.
They
I
are
think
so
that's it.
greasy,
Oh.
and they have so much cheese powder. Like, even if you look at the lid on our container, it has giant orange greasy fingerprints
it's
on
almost
the top.
see-through, and that's beautiful.
Yeah, like, that's why they have to be in the paper foil-lined can, is they are
'Cause they would fall out.
greasy. And it's so magical.
Greasy goodness. I suppose Planters doesn't want us to advertise it that way, but
you
keeping
know
it
what?
real,
Well,
that's what makes
it
them
makes
good.
the cheese a little bit less powdery.
It
Yeah,
makes
it
it
does.
so much more cheesy
And cheesier.
and delicious. Have you seen, you know...
Way better than a packing peanut.
way better than
yeah.
packing peanut.
I mean,
way better than the
internally
cotton candy flavor.
Any of the flavored balls. No, they do not hold a candle on their best day.
The planter cheese ball is like, it's the gold standard.
Mm-hmm.
In some reason, I like the ball form better than the curl form.
The curl form is just
Cheetos. It's good. I'm not saying it's not. But somehow the flavor more hits the tongue or something with the ball.
It does. Yeah. Well, because it's more of a surface hitting your tongue.
Mm-hmm. So have you seen, I have seen it around, you're familiar with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile?
Oh, yes.
There's also a Planters Peanut Mobile. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that in person.
I have seen that thing in person. When the Wienermobile and the Planters Peanut Mobile, I think that they come to Minnesota a lot for Target, and they always stay at the same hotel near where I work, and so I often see one or the other in the parking lot. The Planters Peanut Mobile is a trippy looking thing.
It's a giant peanut, right?
It's a giant peanut, but because peanuts have like so many rough edges, like I don't want
a shelled peanut.
Yeah, it's like it's like a giant peanut in the shell. Mm-hmm. It like almost looks aged all the time. It's super weird looking. Where like the Wienermobile always looks like shiny and smooth. Mm-hmm. Like it almost looks wrinkled, but it's by design, and to me it's the more fascinating of the two.
I was expecting, since you mentioned the nuts, that there'd be something on here saying it was made on the same surfaces as nuts, so people with nut allergies couldn't eat them. It says nothing like that. The only allergen it says is contains milk, so I wonder if there's a whole separate facility or room. Because they would have to advertise if it was made on the same surfaces as...
that doesn't surprise me.
Because it's just the Planters blend, but I mean, they're not shelling nut. I mean, it's just different type of machinery.
Well, not just different machinery. It must be in a different building or different room, different...
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because peanuts are their
because I was just sitting here thinking, I have a number of friends with peanut allergies. Mm-hmm. Could they eat these?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all made by Kraft Heinz. They have factories all over the place. It's just a label, I think.
Now, do we know, are these back on a limited time basis? I hope not. And why did they go away in the first place?
Yeah, why did they go away?
I have a thing. We were talking about the Cheetos, like the curls and Cheetos. Mm-hmm. Now, I made it through college on basically Cheetos and Mountain Dew.
I think that's kind of common for a lot of college students.
Yeah, no, like occasionally added M&Ms into the mix, because if you're chewing like a milk chocolate M&M and drink some Mountain Dew, it gets this really weird sensation.
Don't forget about the ramen.
Mm-hmm.
The smack ramen. So I have a Cheeto question, because this balls curls question kind of begs it. Do you like the puffy or the crunchy Cheetos?
I like them both, but I like the puffs. If I had to choose, I would go with the puffs.
Amy?
Oh, probably the crunchy.
Interesting, because you preferred the balls over the curls.
If I want a puffy cheese snack, I want it in a ball form, I guess.
Huh. I don't know. Like, I feel like the crunchy ones are far more common than the puffy ones. Like, you just see them a lot more. It's harder to find the puff
I feel
curls.
like I see both when I go to any grocery store or convenience store. I feel like I do see both.
I also,
Cheetos.
Do you like fake cheese like this?
Oh, obviously.
I do too. like I love my fingers turn orange. Like, I feel like it's a second snack licking my fingers.
I mean, this tastes like, I'm not getting confused that I'm eating actual cheese here, but I love it so much.
So
I like putting the hard, crunchy curls, the small pieces left over in a bag, like on chili and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
So this brings up another question that I have. This is a question for the Frito-Lay people, not for the Planters people, since I know you're all listening. Why do munchies get buried on the bottom shelf?
Yeah, that's a great question.
For people who don't know, I just think munchies are any snack food. What are munchies?
Have you had munchies? I'm just curious if you're asking this for yourself or on behalf of listeners.
Both. Because I think I've had them, but I don't remember what they are.
Munchies is a snack mix.
Yes, munchies is a bag. It's a mix, and it has Cheetos, rolled gold pretzels, Doritos,
I have had these,
and Sun Chips.
Yeah.
All cheese flavored, all in one bag. And it's actually smaller Sun Chips than the regular ones. And oh my god, is that just like a bag of magic? Like,
Yeah, it's good.
Like, you can't, like, I think it's a little bit more challenging to eat, like, a giant bag of Cheetos, but, like, a giant bag of Munchies, I don't think there's a person in America who couldn't plow through it.
You know, and I can't answer your question, but it's all marketing, and you pay based on space in the grocery stores. And I'm sure they want their more popular items to be featured more prominently than that.
But I just think Munchies are underappreciated.
Yeah.
Like, would you rather have a bag of Doritos or a bag of Munchies?
Doritos for me.
Or Gardettos,
Yeah.
or a snack.
Not Gardettos. No.
I was thinking of things that have a mix of things in them.
No, but I was just thinking of, like, the individual...
Chex Mix or...
I'm thinking about the individual components in the Munchies versus the Munchies. I would rather have a bag of Munchies than a bag of Doritos.
In this case, I would rather have the snack separate.
I would rather have a bag of Munchies than a bag of Sun Chips.
Yeah. That one I can agree with. I know I like Sun Chips.
Cheetos, I'd say I probably like on its own, but I would have to stop sooner. Mm-hmm. And then rolled gold, I can pretzels also.
Yeah. That's just to put a non-dusty thing there.
Just add a little salt to the mix.
These Planters cheese balls, they just bring me back to childhood days where my mom would come home from the grocery store and I would just take these. Exactly. In like 5 minutes, they're gone.
Oh, yeah.
I just take them and run.
The thing about the rolled gold pretzels in the Munchies is the pretzels take on all the cheese powder and the Doritos spice and that stuff, and it elevates the pretzels. Like, everything in there is, like, it's those snacks at their best selves.
Sure.
So, anyways, that's my case for Munchies. It's just underappreciated.
And yet you never brought any for us here.
Because if I have a bag of Munchies,
it's not going to make it.
I had to buy, you know how many kind of cheese ball cans I had to buy to make sure.
That's why you kept going back to Dollar General, not for the Pringles.
I don't think those came from Dollar General.
Yeah, I don't think they would come from Dollar General.
I think I might have to stop on the way home, though, and pick up some of these cheese balls and cheese curls, though, because they're so good.
They're so good.
The company said in an article I read that there's been petitions and groups and people just imploring via social media for over 12 years to bring these back.
Oh, it's about time then.
But I could not find anything about if they were limited or permanent.
Well, the packaging just says it's back, and it doesn't say limited time, so let's hope.
I would guess it's on sales. Go out and buy a bunch.
Buy them all so they don't go away.
Buy it so Mr. Peanut can afford glasses for his other eye.
Yeah.
Because he has a monocle.
Maybe he only has one bad eye.
Maybe he needs... Oh, okay, fine. Go in and buy him so Mr. Peanut can get the surgery he needs so he doesn't have to walk with a cane.
Yeah, I mean, for someone walking with a cane, he sure isn't giving good support to his legs the way he's standing.
For a pitchman, he sure isn't poor health.
He's just snazzy. Maybe
That's
he's
just
a
a
snappy
hat.
dresser.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean,
do you think so? Do you think Mr. Peanut's just a pimp?
He's just not a pimp.
He does have a cane and a top hat.
The cane and the top hat
and the monocle.
Together.
Right. I think you're right.
Oh my goodness, we're the tricks.
Oh yeah, he got us.
Silly rabbit. No.
Well, Amy, we have a little announcement.
Yes,
we do.
Food scientists are going to be having all kinds of fun here. In a couple weeks, we're going to
Las Vegas.
And yes, buffets and pizza and secret hidden places will all be visited.
Yes, well, we're going to try to share some information. While we're out there, what do you want us to talk about from Las Vegas?
Yeah, is there anything that you know of that we definitely need to make sure that we hit?
Keep in mind, I could moonlight as a professional Vegas guy.
You could.
So if you've got like a really good secret, I want that. But if there's like even... If you give us a broad idea, we can turn that into something.
Yes.
And we'll share it with you.
Or was there an awful buffet that you had? Because we can do a walkthrough and just take a look for ourselves and report back. Is there something so terrible that you need us to see this movie?
I've told Bryan and Amy that my very first... The way I discovered the free walkthrough was a casino that had a buffet that was advertised for so cheap. But I said to myself, before I commit to this, I'm kind of curious. And I asked to walk through it, and I looked, and I was somewhat horrified by what I saw. And I told the cashier, I'm going to pass. And they went, oh, that's fine. And from that, the free walkthrough tip, I mean, that's paid dividends for us.
Oh, absolutely.
Many times.
You don't want to spend good money on a buffet that you're not going to enjoy. So do that walkthrough if you are at all suspicious.
A lot of people think it's just a mystery, and it doesn't have to be.
Nope. So anyway, keep your eyes open. We'll probably do some kind of a thing, whether it's a live stream or something else, but we will give you a heads up so you know what to look for.
But yeah, definitely be letting us know what we need to experience in Vegas.
And what you want us to see. Yeah.
And just in general, follow us on social media, join our Facebook group, all that stuff, because, we're wonderful.
We are. We love interacting with our people.
We do. We love taking suggestions.
And we love seeing all the food pictures and articles and everything.
We've had some really interesting conversations on social media lately. Not just with our listeners, with some of the brands we talk about, too. Mm-hmm. Whatever. We'll talk to anyone.
Hey, Dairy Queen was listening, too. So thank you for listening, Dairy Queen, if you're still listening.
We love attention.
We also love the Dairy Queen app, and you should download it. Just in case they're listening, I thought I should say that again, because it really is a good app.
Okay.
I got a free Blizzard on my birthday month.
Oh, can I tell you something that I found very dangerous in a free app, and then we can wrap this up? Whole Foods has an app now.
Yes, you shared this with us.
And your Amazon Prime benefits carry over, which means you can get a delivery, at least here in Minneapolis, you can get a Whole Foods delivery within 2 hours. But there's a lot of in-store specials, which that's cool, like every supermarket club card. Mm-hmm. But I went in, and their cookie bar was 40% off.
40% off cookies.
I had so many cookies for lunch. I just ate cookies for lunch.
Cookies for lunch is okay.
You're an adult. You can do what you want.
You know what? But
your mom's not here.
You need to be able to be present in the afternoon after that.
So that's when you get ice cream. You hook up again. You get 3 ice creams that day too. Okay. On that note.
Thanks
for listening, everybody.
Have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.